for his trust and his vision, the Exco committee for their support. This is going to be an exciting project, and together we have some big goals. But more importantly, to the people, the fans, when I looked at the Indonesian opportunity, I felt very clear that this group of fans, these people, they deserve to be on the highest stage in world football. I've been looking for a project for a little bit of time now, the right project, and this is it. If you know where I'm from, it's a place called Newcastle. It's a city in the northeast of England which prides itself on hard work, but passion for football. And that's what I feel every time I've seen this Indonesian team play, the Garuda, and the people who support it. So I will bring my passion, I will bring my qualification experience to help bring this country to hopefully a place it's never been before. It's time. I mean, I don't see passports, I see people, I see opportunity. I think that's the most important thing in a culture, is to accept that our diversity will be our biggest strength. And if we choose it to be a weakness, it will be a weakness. But that won't be the choice this group of men will make during this journey. In my time in Canada, we lived in a melting pot of diverse populations, immigrants who came to that country. And with it, in one locker room, Jamaican, South American, European, Serbian, Scottish, English. The most important thing was the clarity of our vision. And the clarity of the vision never faltered. We were collectively responsible to take this jersey, and no different here in Indonesia. We are a privileged group of people that get to wear the Indonesian jersey, to wear that flag. And with that, we have a very short period of time to do something with it. We committed to history, to make history. We committed to leaving legacy for the next generation to believe that we are a football country. And when that clarity is so clear, you create an intent, an intensity that passports do not matter. It's about the brotherhood, the people, and our commitment to a collective vision, which is shared by, speaking to the Exco and President Tohir, it's shared by the people here in Indonesia. This is what this country wants. It wants to become a global football country. It wants to be seen and respected on the world stage. And the only way you gain that respect is qualifying for a World Cup and winning on the world stage. Every man in that locker room will want that. It'll be my job to ensure that regardless of your passport, regardless of your heritage, we are here for one reason. I think short term, it's always an assessment. You take the time to listen, to understand people's experiences of the last World Cup, my own tactical experience of evaluating that 2-year campaign, which came close, but it fell short. And you have to understand what that gap was, and that's speaking to the captain, creating a leadership group to fully understand what they experienced, how they suffered in moments, how they collectively recovered from the successes and failures of that campaign. And then internally to look at the standards, the high performance systems and structures that underpin the team. These are critical steps. So it's a period of listening, understanding, ensuring that everyone that I need to listen to is heard, and then taking action, taking those steps, being very clear on what will take us to results quickly. And this is an important step. We have an excellent opportunity in March to take our first step together. I've already started communicating with the captain and some of the key leaders. I've contacted over 60 players to let them know that I'm here, I'm watching. And then it's building that team around the team, Dr. Milan, etc., who will support a raise in standards and bring the qualification habit that Indonesia has been missing. So the work over the last 15, 20 years of my experience has been qualifying teams for Olympic, World Cups. It's about seeing what's missing in that habit and building it. So short term, listen, understand, but get to action. Let's get moving. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, that pressure is a privilege. You come to an organization, you lead a team, you carry the weight of a nation. And that weight can be a curse or it can be a gift. We'll definitely alchemize that into the gift for all of us. It will be a big opportunity that I will continue to share with the players, because I've lived the moment when a country stops and you qualify for the first time. I've lived that moment, so I understand it. So I can tell my players this pressure is a gift. We will listen to the fans. We will use their energy. And I would say to the fans, qualifying for a World Cup does not happen overnight. It took Canada 36 years to get there. For Indonesia, they took a big step, a huge step, recently. And we have to take the next step. And we will. So the commitment, the pressure is what will make us, what will be driving us to ensure that we deliver that moment for this country. That's why I came here. That opportunity is why I get out of bed every day. I think in the most important thing around the tournament is, for some of these players, they haven't had tournament experience, like true tournament experience. They've had World Cup qualification campaigns. So for some of the new diaspora players, the naturalized players, they will need to experience a tournament format. And that's an exciting experience, and a one that requires real expertise and discipline. So that'll be a new experience for them, and a one that I genuinely believe, particularly the AFC tournament, we can be competitive at. And with the talent pool that we have, with the experience we'll put around the team of tournament formats, we have a good opportunity to push our levels and create some history with our achievements. I think that's important. We have to be ready to be brave to say that this group is talented. This is a talented group of players now. And with the right support and leadership, the AFC tournament, which I know how big that is, having participated in CONCACAF tournaments, it will be an exciting adventure for the players, but more importantly, a one where we can showcase where we are at now and take those next steps as a country. The tournament in July, August will be different. It's difficult to bring back your tier 1, tier 2 players for those events because they have their club commitments. It's outside of a FIFA window. So this is why it's important to have a wider pool of players. And I think, the tournament in August, the Hyundai Cup, will be a good opportunity for me to understand the depth of the Indonesian player pool, and to give opportunities to players that may not get the opportunity in March in the FIFA window or June the FIFA window, but to give opportunities to younger players, but a wider group of Indonesian players. So I think it's the way the tournaments are structured for a new coach, it's perfect. You get a chance to use the wider pool, which is similar to what we did in CONCACAF with the Gold Cup. we never had access to Alphonso Davies or Jonathan David for those tournaments. You had to use local players and use your wider pool. And you learn, you get to see players in that situation. And with the under-23s in Canada, again, part of my role was to program direct the 20s, 23s. The bridge to the national team is so important to ensure that we have consistency in our cultural framework, our tactical framework. Because while success at those levels are important for us to celebrate the strength of our young players, they are a pathway to the national team. And we have to find ways to accelerate their ability to arrive in the national team ready. So working closely with our U20, U23 coaching staff, it will be important we have consistency in elements of philosophy, as I said, the culture framework, the tactical framework. And while there'll be differences, because every coach has their philosophy,
Of course.
there has to be similarities to ensure the players are ready. When they are called, they are ready to play. They're not thinking, different system, different culture. They're ready to go because at international, the window is too short.
3, 2, and 1.